my challenge to you, I guess, through this whole process is you're going to get to hear from some of your peers, right? Some of the stylists are going to share their stories. They're also going to share some tips for you. You'll get to hear from Mr. Park. I'll share a few things with you. But I would encourage you to probably take a few of those tidbits and apply them in a story fashion. So I know that every day you're running a business. You're an independent business person, and you have to get results. You have to get sales. You have to get bookings. You have to get party nail bars. You have to get new people on your team for you to earn an income or earn whatever you want. And I know oftentimes it becomes a little challenging because you feel like you're really working and you're trying and you're telling and you're asking and you're sharing. And I would just, and I understand all that, right? It happens. You hit walls and you try to open the door or create a door, and it does happen. But I would just encourage you to try to incorporate some type of story. Right? We all remember a story. There's always a story that you can think back and like, oh yeah, I get it. So tonight you're going to hear different stories. Everybody has a different story. And I would just encourage you to somehow try to apply some component, some piece of that story into your business. And so that when you leave here, whether it be Mr. Park's story or one of your peers' story or a piece of that, you can share that with someone that may touch them in some way. Okay? So with that, we're going to start by hearing from one of you. So please welcome to the stage your director, Tiffany Nelson.
Hello, hello. How excited are we to have Mr. Park in Texas? Yes. I have short girl prom, so I'm going to be standing to the side. So I'll try to get that where everybody can see. Well, I am Tiffany Nelson, and I was introduced to Color Street in September 2017. I was shopping at a Pinterest conference. Anybody done a Pinterest conference before? Okay, so it's exactly like you think. Really good classes and amazing shopping. So I'm with Mom, we're going through the Pinterest conference, and we see a really crowded booth. And I just keep on going by. I notice it's Color Street. I don't know what that means. It's crowded, I keep going. Now what's weird about this is that I'm really nosy. So typically I would stop where the crowd is and figure it out, but I was on a mission for the good shopping, right? So I kept going. And I have thought about that day a lot over the last 2 years, but really, for me, shopping is my favorite thing. And I love to shop all the time. The grocery store is not one of them, but everywhere else I'm good with, right? So I'm a proud wife of 15 years. I'm a boy mom. I have 2 boys, Cohen and Sutton, 11 and 7. I've been with Color Street now 2 years, and next month, which means that it took me 6 whole months after walking past that booth before I actually signed up. So that's something that it bothers me, right? I wish I'd done it then, but I didn't. So this is part of my story. So by day, I'm an elementary instructional design coach in Prosper ISD. So I serve 3 elementary schools there, and I love it. I'm also a 3rd generation entrepreneur. So my grandparents, they handcraft beautiful furniture, and my mom has had a vintage marketplace the majority of my life. So I grew up going to market twice a year, back to the shopping. It's my favorite thing in the world. So if you ever get to market, that's the way to do it, right? And it's only natural that I started my own boutique 5 years ago, online boutique. And I soon figured out that shopping is a very small part of owning your own boutique, but I hit the ground running and started it from the ground up. And so I was the marketing department, and I was the shipping department, and I was the customer service, and all those things, right? And it took off, which was awesome, except I was burning candle from the both ends. So I was working every day, and I was packing every night. So once the boys were in bed, my night started. And soon I realized that the main things in my life, my family, was getting leftover pieces of me. And it really was fulfilling what I was doing, and it was decent payout, but it just didn't add up anymore. So one October day, I got on Facebook and went live with my boutique, and I just told them, I need to keep the main thing right now. So you're gonna start to see less of me. And I'm also an awesome mom, which means that one of my kids has autism, and he's amazing, and he doesn't deserve the leftover pieces of me, is really what it came down to. So that's when I got a message from Shauna. Shauna is a family friend, and she has an online boutique, Polka Dots. Find it, it's good. And she messaged me and she said, have you seen this thing? My girlfriends are obsessed with it. It's amazing. And when she said Color Street, I literally stopped and I was like, that is that booth that I walked past. And I was like, that's it. I don't need to hear anything else. I went on and joined that night. So in full disclosure, I never tried the product before my kit arrived. And I went online and I told all my friends about my new adventure, and all of my strips had been accounted for before it even came in the mail. So my first mani consisted of 2 finger testers, because that's all that was left in the kit. It worked, and soon made sure I never left the house without a great mani. That's the way it went. And I was getting compliments constantly from my family, from my coworkers, from the drive-through window workers. But the day that my gynecologist complimented me on the table, I realized, okay, I'm onto something here, and I better keep it with me at all times. That happened to anybody else? Just me? So, all that to say, Color Street has done everything that I needed to do. It's a product that does what it says it's going to do, right? And I really made sure that I really had it with me at all times. I wore it, I carried it with me, and I shared it. And anytime I did that, I would follow up, follow up, follow up. It was all about that consistency. And so I kept doing that for 2 years straight. And after I joined, it was just like you can imagine. I had it with me, I shared it, follow up, follow up, follow up, and next thing you know, it was really taking off. So I hit Jumpstart 1, 2, and 3. I double ranked my first month. All my best customers joined my team, which is so smart. And they went on, hit director soon after team leader, and then conference was right after that. So it's been an amazing journey. Keeping up with that consistency has been all I needed to do to keep it going. And from there, I made sure that the consistency was always, I never let it drop. I always kept it going. So when I think back to that day where I crossed in front of that booth and I didn't stop, which is so unusual for me, honestly, I just realized that consistency really does pay off. And you can close that gap from where you are and where you want to be. And it doesn't matter where you began, it's about what you do from here, and you can change the ending. And that's really what I did. I started where I was, I kept consistent, stayed positive, and it really has just continued to grow and grow and grow. And the women I've met, the things I've gotten to do, I wouldn't trade any of that. And staying at home, behind a computer, an online boutique, late at night, I didn't get those things. So I'm just very thankful. I can't wait to see what's next. And keeping the same model is going to keep it going. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for listening to my story.
Thank you, Tiffany. Okay, before we get to Mr. Park.